Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things New York City and art, then I have some fun videos for you. Guys, I am so excited. I know I've barely done this as a series, but I have a pretty strong, exciting August favorites, if we can believe that it is quite literally about to be September. First and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Lela Jewelry. I put out videos 3 days a week, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. If you just heard, my dog was just settling in. She knows my intro, so excuse the sighs if you heard that in the background. Okay, this month I feel like I've probably got less things in, but I feel humbly that they were very strong pieces, so I'm so excited. This also is not just new purchases. These are also things that I've just randomly been loving in the month of August. Let's start out with a piece from my jewelry line, sponsored by myself. Just kidding. This is my Lela Jewelry found collar necklace that I don't know why. I swear when I showed it to you guys first, I was like, oh, it looks so cool with a jacket. And somehow I had boxed it into a really cool winter piece. I got over that in the month of August, thank God. Also sparked by my herringbone chain after 7 years of wearing it, having broken off of myself. Thank God I was home, so it's all good. I have it, but I was like, oh my God, I need an anchor. I need something thick to anchor down my little necklace stack. And so maybe, I love that everything happens exactly as it's meant to, and it has forced me in a really positive way to wear the collar necklace more. And literally I'm obsessed. I've been wearing it, I swear, every single time I go out. I'm going to the Met in a little bit with a friend. I will be wearing it there. And then it's just a really fun piece to anchor, again, to repeat myself, anchor a jewelry stack, anchor a necklace stack, or to wear alone, which we know I love to layer. It's just comes with the territory, but this would be so fun alone. And I'm so glad that I've kind of rediscovered my own piece and have been wearing it every single time I'm out of the house. And we have a hero piece, people. Let's just go, second item, real strong. This is my new baby, okay? This is the iconic medium size, aka that translates to the largest size in Phoebe Philo terms, Celine medium phantom luggage tote in natural authentic python. Okay, there's a little bit of a debate whether this is green or brown. It was sold to me as brown. In this lighting particularly, it looks green, but in natural sunlight, it looks more brown. So I'm gonna go with the fact that that's a fire thing, and I got a 2 for 1, and girl math, we love that. If you guys know, for the last 7 years, 6 years, something like that, 6 or 7 years, have owned a croc embossed gray, two-toned, again, a little bit of a debate which color the strap handles actually are, green, gray, something like that. In, again, the same exact size, basically same style, except it's a really beautiful nubuck leather that's embossed with croc. That was my workhorse bag, quite literally, that was my work bag. I was running around these streets with my little work things and a change of gym clothes for literally years. And I love that bag so much. It is literally in my bedroom as we speak. This one feels like me though, and I am so grateful because I have stopped myself even every time before we knew that this bag was going to be re-editioned, re-released, re-editioned. I might have just made that up, but even before we knew that Michael Ryder was going to reimagine it, I had, periodically, just kidding, periodically, looked on the pre-loved market and been like, is there one that I need? I didn't think so. And then literally the day Michael Ryder's show for Celine dropped, I was like, I already have one. This is insane. Why am I looking? But I can't help myself. I'm just going to see if I'm missing anything. And I got this bad boy for $600. And I would say that that was an insane, insane steal. It is very worn. I got one comment on TikTok that was like, girl, it's looking a little rough. And I was like, babe, like that is me to a T. I love to Mary Kate a bag, okay? I'm coining this term because Exhibit A, my vintage Chanel that has like literal rose oil spilled on it, you know, it's okay, it's okay. This is so me. I'm literally going to wear this today. I'm so grateful that I found this gem. I can show you, but I can also show you on my face today, okay? I specifically didn't do as much eye makeup so that the face makeup could shine through because I already talked about this. I did an entire very long-winded, yes, I know, very long-winded get ready with me. I got really lazy with makeup and I have genuinely not been wearing makeup 95% of the time for the last 2 years since I moved uptown to like a normal person neighborhood as opposed to Soho where I lived for literally 11 something years. It's liberating. It's incredible, but I also kind of like, I think my skills like, I think I lost a little bit of my luster. I think I lost a little bit of my skills. I think I got lazy, and anytime then I needed to like re-up on a product, I was buying, and this is not a high-low discussion because I still will always love a drugstore beauty product. I will always love that juxtaposition. My eye makeup palettes that I've been using lately are like Milani or Maybelline. I love a good spectrum of pricing for makeup. However, let's just be honest, I was completely cheaping out on my makeup for like literally the last at least year and a half, if not 2 years. And more so than the price or the cost of anything, I literally think I was just being lazy and like not really knowing what I actually needed and not knowing what products would melt together. And so after my Virgo little, you know, self for the last several months was doing all this research on TikTok as to what the fun new things are, what I can, you know, add to my daily routine. This is my little Drees makeup pouch, free with purchase. We love that. I think sparked by a couple different things. One is that I saw a few videos on this MAC. I believe it's called the Glow Play. I think my shade that I chose is True Harmony, as I cheated right there and liked it. This seemed like such a fun product, and I've never tried a blush that is like, let me get closer. I've never tried like a transitional blush. What did somebody call it? A brush? No, that sounds really stupid. Like a bronzer slash brush? Blush? What? Okay. A bronzer slash blush. That was wildly hard to say. And this has been so fun. It like literally as my last step or almost my last step helps kind of like meld everything together. That was one thing I was really excited to try. And then main point of excitement and line item here is that Westman Atelier finally came out with all of their products, or most of their products, I won't say all, but a lot of their really favorited, is that how I say that? Favorite products now in mini sizes. I have been really curious about trying particularly the shade Biscuit in the little contour stick for like, I don't even know, a long time. And something about the really large ones, I was like, literally I wear makeup maybe once a week to film, maybe twice a week. Even when I go out to dinner now, I kind of don't wear any. And so it felt like a waste. Very aware of like expiration dates on makeup. I didn't want something bulky. I really just wanted minis, and I'm so glad that they came out with them finally. So I literally got the trio. The little Biscuit that I just showed. Oh, this is such a cute name. They're already worn, so I hate showing worn things, but this is the blush in the shade Coquette that is so beautiful. And then honestly, probably was not planning on doing this, but the highlighter in the shade Lit Up that probably has a little bit of that blush bronzer combo on it. This, I swear, when I posted for the first time me like a look doing this, I was like, oh, there's a massive difference in getting makeup that is like, that you've thought about and have considered and researched, and again, has nothing to do with the price or the cost. Thank God these are the little mini sizes, so I'm so grateful. I feel like not guilty about purchasing them, but multiple of my friends here, thank you guys, were like, is something different? Like, what's going on? So yeah, we're back in the makeup game, basically. I've been joking on how to say this, but I have a new application for an older, kind of classic, in my opinion, lelasophia jewelry piece that I am so excited about that I just have to share. So here's kind of like a hybrid new, but really not new item. This, as we know and love, is my Calla comb, which is really hard because it's just flat metal, not to get fingerprints on. Don't mind that, but it's just because we're in like hyper clear lighting and cameras right now. This is our beloved comb necklace that I am so obsessed with. I have been loving kind of like rediscovering this piece. And one thing that I've been teasing for a while, okay, is that, you know, there may be a brooch or two in the works. One is coming next week, and so I'm so excited, fingers crossed, that it's going to look good, but I'm so excited about it. And in the meantime, I was like, I've wanted to figure out a way to make this into a brooch, but also perhaps have it be a little combo. And so I have introduced the Calla comb necklace as a brooch hybrid combo. So there's a little half jump loop right here, which we can feed either our leather cord into, or a chain of your own, or a chain that I sourced for you. And then the star of the show is this little pin that you guys, I'm obsessed with. I already styled this in one of my most recent styling videos, and so yeah, I don't need to talk too long. And also, like, you know, this is the time in which I always say, as she says humbly, this is what I will be wearing all winter long, okay? I'm so excited. I did just maybe purchase a new jacket that happens to have a lot of beautiful material on the chest, and so basically, I think this is going to be, I don't even know if I'm ever going to take this off of my jackets in the winter, okay? She's going to be the star of the show. For those of you guys who know me, who are my dear subscribers, if you're not subscribed, you know, now would be a good time to subscribe. You know that my favorite piece in my entire collection, bags, shoes, jewelry, anything, is my aunt's vintage Donna Karan medallion that I wore literally for almost every single day, especially when I was working in person, almost every single day for years. It is my favorite piece. It is so meaningful to me, especially having been gifted something while my aunt was still alive and having her watch me wear it. It's just very meaningful to me. And so I've kind of made it a point over the last several years to purchase ones that I see on the pre-loved market. And so I literally bought the same exact one. So the one that you've seen me wearing as a necklace lately is actually my aunt's, I was gonna say dupe, but it's not a dupe. It's the same exact necklace, but the less, you know, intensively meaningful one, just for whatever safety purposes. And I have actually seen this, and for a long time I was like, okay, this is like a bit ridiculous. You're not gonna wear this. And for some reason this month I was like, never mind. We also do need the gigantic medallion version, but in a bracelet. And when I tell you, the second it arrived, I was like, no, yeah, I will be wearing this. The necklace version comes with like an extra little metal detail on top, and so it was kind of hard to envision, and I thought it would be too chunky and too whatever. No, it just felt right. It just felt right on my hand. I've been wearing it similarly to my collar necklace. I've been wearing it to every event that, listen, I have a lot of Leos in my life, so there's been a lot of events and birthdays in the last couple weeks, so that's why my life sounds more exciting than it normally is, only in August. I've been wearing this constantly. You cannot take it off of my wrist. I'm obsessed. Oh my God, it's insane. I will absolutely be looking for some of these or some vintage Donna Karan pieces for a future lelasophia jewels drop. And my last piece, which I'm probably going to do another video on, but I don't know, it's just fun. And so I'm going to, you know, sneak peek it right here. Literally, I just got yesterday. I'm so excited about, I've been selling pieces with the Real, and you know, I'm like a Vestiaire Poshmark seller, and I've never sold something in person at the Real. It's iconic. I'm obsessed. It's a little dangerous in this in the sense that, like, they say, oh, pieces often sell very quickly. I didn't really expect that, because sometimes when you're selling things on your own, it takes a really long time. The Real, yes, your rates are gonna be much lower than if you were to sell it either in person or on your own on a consignment website or in a consignment shop. However, like, I think pretty much all of the pieces, and I submitted like 10 pieces, if not more, I think they all have sold. And so it's a little dangerous. I now have a little credit, and my August credit was, my other credit's not, you know, activating until September 15th. And I already am like, oh my God, there's like 5 things that I need that I'm excited about. This is the dangerous part, but I had a little mini credit. And there was a piece that I have periodically been looking at that my brother, actually, I've mentioned, is obsessed with and has several of. I thought, again, I've been loving my Prada tote bag, and I'm just like still hyperfixating on the Carven tote, that I was like, hello, there is also a Phoebe Philo version, okay? This is the, I believe the official name is the vertical Cabas tote. I could be wrong, but this is a Phoebe Philo for Celine. Again, vertical Cabas tote. That was really redundant, sorry, in black. And again, we're just leaning in. This is something that I was putting up against myself, and I was like, okay, I still do maybe have a bit of a hang up about like flat, classic black leather and it being too edgy, but I think that I can make this a little softer, that I can add this seamlessly into my outfits. And particularly in the winter, I think I'm really excited to style this. It's obviously like insanely worn. Again, I'll talk more details in a future video, but I really could use bags like this because, again, doing more sourcing days, doing more days kind of like popping around, doing more weekend trips, this will be so useful. And my Prada is a little bit more delicate, you know, and so this, she is the workhorse gal. And you guys, that has been my August favorites, my very lengthy August favorites, okay? Please, if you would, indulge me. Tell me which one is your favorite down below. Couple new in pieces, couple old but still loved pieces. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.